Grok 4.6 just came out, and it is apparently 5 times cheaper on input and 8 times cheaper on output. And today, I'm going to do a quick design challenge. I only have like about 30 minutes before I have to go get my haircut. So I just thought I'd stop on in because there's some really fire designs, and I'm trying to see maybe I can update some of my existing designs on some of my websites to see if I can maybe match some styles or come up with some really creative stuff. Grok 4.6 is supposed to be really good at following instructions and tool calling and a bunch of other cool things. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and pop it into Cursor, and we're going to test the new model because the new model that's come out I'm not going to be here to like make video games or do some other crazy stuff. I'm actually going to try to use it into everyday work. The problem sometimes I have is a lot of these models that I'm testing really don't follow instructions very well. And especially when they come out, there's like a lot of hype on what other stuff they can do. But I'm really interested more in just using it in my own productivity. So there's an app I have called the iOS Lightning, and this is something that I was actually driving through my whole Luma event. And so if you aren't aware, yesterday I did a whole event at Convex, and I basically made this app using Grokbot. And so Grokbot made this app for us so that way people can sign up for slides and so forth to actually do some presentations. And I didn't want any slides, I didn't want any product pitches and so forth, and I had them apply for a slot. I just pretty much did that, and you can see the generic design that it came up with. It worked for the event, right? People just were able to sign up, and these were the people who were presenting their things. And so I want to see if maybe I can throw some Grok at this 4.6. It'd be a really good design challenge, and then I can just give it some inspiration or examples. So right now I'm just going to go to aura.build, and then I can see if I can find something that I really like that as far as like some cool inspiration or design, and see if I can kind of flip it. You know what I mean? So are there any fonts, or are there any types of like designs or anything that I feel like I'm pretty inspired by? I really like this whole like cinematic, whatever this theme is. So I'm going to take a look at this, and I'm going to see if I can actually maybe use this as a pro design. So this is a pro template, and I'm just going to throw this in here. Let's see. Remix full template. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this one. Remix full template. So I should be able to get some of the cool fonts and the sizes and things. You can see this cool scrolly effects and stuff like that. This is really, really cool. I just like the colors. I like the way the fonts and everything work here. And we're going to check this out. And so we're going to use Cursor to do this. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to get the design MD files from this. And then we're going to just pop it into Cursor and just see if we can actually know what to do from this. The thing that I'm really looking for here as far as evaluation is trying to see, can Grok 4.6 follow my instructions? If I give it a design MD document, can it go ahead and follow that as well? Later on, we may be able to get into some creativity stuff. And then I'm also going to see if it can fix some other bugs as well. Because it's at this type of thing, they're saying that it can follow instructions and do stuff pretty much on par with like Fable 5 Max. So this is just with Grok 4.6 High compared to GPT 5.6 Soul. And it's also $2 per million input and $6 per million output. In terms of cost, that's just actually quite impressive if this can really pull it off. And so I'm going to just test this out live with y'all. So let's go ahead and see if we can kind of get this going. So big shout out to our folks who are on the live stream. MVRKKE, thank you so much. I think I've seen you since the very beginning, since I had like 100 subscribers. I remember you seeing you at the very beginning. So I really appreciate you showing up today. Just wanted to do what I got home later tonight. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yeah, you'll be able to watch this later on. I only have like about 20 minutes left before I have to head on out. So let me see if I can grab this here and see if I can grab, where is it? I haven't done this for a while here. So I'm just trying to see if I can grab something. So we have assets, we have decode, design. Oh yeah, design. Okay, here we go. Code, loading code editor. And then I should be able to export, and I can hit design. So I'm just going to download the design MD document that describes this design, and then just hand that off to Grok 4.6 and just see what it does with my site. So while that's downloading here, I'm just going to go back into Cursor. Let's see, did it download here? Let's go back. Cool. Yes, it downloaded it. Perfect. Awesome. So let's just take a look real quick. So here's the design MD doc for this exact layout. And so, yeah, I think this is pretty much it. So let's go ahead and see if I can pop that into my little session here and then see if I can flip the design. So let's go ahead and go here. iOS Lightning. Everything's been done on the cloud. I don't think I've even cloned this to my machine. So I'm going to do /potato mode. And I'm going to say, here is the redesign doc. Can redesign. And I've attached the design MD. Okay, let's see if I can put that up here, drag this in. Can you help me redesign the entire page site? Okay, and then I'm going to change the model here from Grok 4 to the Grok 4.6 high fast. So the selections we have here are low, medium, high, and extra high. So extra high is a new thing. And then over here in Grok 4.5, we only had low, medium, and high. So there is a new actual thinking effort, and the benchmarks that they published showed high. They didn't show extra high. So I'm going to stick with high for now. I imagine that extra high could be used for more complicated things, but this is just going to require a lot of repetitive looking at many things. And so let me just go ahead and send this across in the cloud. So this is now just kicking off a cloud agent. It's not even using my host. I built this entire app in the cloud just using Grokbot. And so what's nice about it is that I'm able to see it here. So Barnier, yes, it's currently inside of Cursor. So if you just go in Cursor and select it in the dropdown, just like I did here on the side for like the model selection, you're actually going to be able to see it. So let me just go ahead and get the comment kind of removed here, and then you're going to be able to see it. So if you see down here, you should be able to see, you'll see the older model Grok 4.5, and you can go Grok 4.6 fast. So it has 256K token context window inside of Cursor, and it's actually 50% off right now until August 19th. So you have 6 days, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, to go ahead and play with it, which would be kind of cool, right? So, all right, so here's the full site redesign. So it's basically reading everything, and then it's exploring everything here. And it's going to do the full cinema booking experience. I'll read through the figure. So this is cool. So now it's actually going through and reading all the files for us right now. And this is all happening in the cloud. So if I just go to cursor.com, we're going to go to see that. So the design that we're hoping for is basically to look something like this. This is kind of like the animation. You can see the fonts. You can see the cool redness. There's a little bit of roundness to it. As I'm scrolling, it has this cool effect here to these things, which I find really, really cool. So I'm just really curious, are we going to get some of this type of feel to our things? Do you see how this cool hover thing happens here? And on my website, there's like no hover effects. It's super simple, because it's just like, do you want to see the board? Do you want to go ahead and sign up for the events? And I'm curious to see, if I give it a design MD doc that basically describes this entire design, can Grok 4.6 take that and actually apply it? So what I'm testing here is a little bit of the intelligence. Can the model actually follow instructions from this type of thing? And then can it continue to work through a problem end to end inside of Cursor's cloud agent to go ahead and ship this? And so this is just like a really simple test, and I'm just curious to see how well it's going to do. I have no clue. This is my first time taking a look at the model, and these types of tests are really fun. Last time we did this with Kimi K3, it's kind of got some of the stuff right and kind of didn't. And then what was really interesting was Composer 2.5 pretty much nailed it. Same thing with Composer 2. So I'm pretty hopeful, but this is kind of why we do these things live, and this is kind of my favorite part of the whole live streams. GOAT trophy. I ended up hitting the love cap with ChatGPT at 15K though, and then I split the chat AI. Okay, I'm thinking just subscribe. Looking forward to the stream. Hey man, thank you so much, Mr. CheeseTube. Appreciate you checking it out. So I want to go ahead and see what Cursor is doing right now, and just as far as like all the different files. So Cursor is currently running, and we can see the current context window that it's using up. So I use a thing called Potato Mode. And if you haven't been aware of this, there's this plugin called POTETOMODE, PStack. And this is from Lauren from Cursor. I think she's doing a session today on Maven, or she already did one at 9 o'clock. And so this is probably one of like the most prolific engineers next to Ian at Cursor. And so she already has 110,000 cloud sessions in the last like 30 days or so. And she basically, I'm going to read you the first line. Those of you who've seen the stream before kind of know what's going on. But in here, it's basically the way that you can ship software. And I feel like this is probably like the most user approachable way. You can actually just install this, go to add plugins, PStack, and it includes the sub agents called like Comment Sicko, which will remove comments and do a thing called Potato Agent. And so what this will do, and it has like about 40 different skills. There's even a skill called Bro. But what this does is she wanted to basically encapsulate the entire software development lifecycle. She also works on the compiler on React and so forth, and has tons of experience shipping millions and millions of lines of code at all these big companies, and has now ended up at Cursor. And it's like, I don't want to have a bunch of slop artists, slopping code. I actually want to kind of really constrain that into a certain thing. So if you haven't heard about it, it's called /POTETO -mode. I am like potato peeled right now, peeled. And if you use this, it will, you just give it a command just like I did, and then let it do its thing. And it's going to basically self grab whatever it needs to do, whether it's an architect, whether it needs to help you interrogate and ask you for an adversarial review. And then what's nice about it is because I give it to my Grokbots. And so my Grokbots literally just go and ship software for me. So that's what I did last night. I was like, hey, use potato mode. Like, I want you to hook this up to Vercel, use potato mode, and make sure that get another PR, make sure it's ready. Wayne wants this thing open source, and use Fable to review the architecture in potato mode and figure out the playbook to land the PR2, and then work on PR3 and get that. I'm going to bed now. So that was at 11:46 last night. It's like, got it, sleep well. And this is the overnight stuff that happened. And so what ends up happening is that Grokbot actually ends up scheduling a routine on its behalf to check in on itself later. And then once it finishes and it comes back, if it didn't at like 8 a.m., it would check in on it, but it talked to itself back, and then it turned off the routine saying, hey, get cool. I updated the routine. I turned it off because it already got the information back. And so this thing keeps working for me inside of the PR, and the PRs merge themselves, which is pretty insane. So this is basically what happened. It wrote this PR, it did everything. And what's really funny is that there's also Devin that's hooked up. So Devin is even commenting in the PRs, and Cursor's even working with them. So it's just like, okay, cool. I'm going to like fix some of these bugs or whatever. If there's anything that's called out, I'll go ahead and fix them as well. It merges into main. I don't have to do anything. And I think this is a really cool way to work with software. And, kind of gives me a heads up, because I was like fixing a couple bugs and then open sourcing some things. So this is a really cool way to hand things off using that stack, and it just kind of allows us to do that thing. So let's go ahead and just check real quick on the progress so far and see kind of what's going on now. So this thing is going crazy, and it's now working on the design. So it says the product stays the Lightning Knight. Admit one supplies the visual language, not a box office app. Framing that and then building the tokens first, so every page shares one platelet. So what's really nice about it is we basically just said, here's a design MD. I've attached it. Help me redesign the entire site. And then it just is now heading off to do things. And so I want to say it like, if there's anything you take away from this stream at all, is that we're now in an era where you can just give the agents a high level task like this. And I want you to kind of get thinking that you kind of have to start thinking like a CEO or thinking like a venture capitalist. And you want to start treating your agents almost as if they're starting little companies for you, like on the fly. And so when you're a venture capitalist or someone who's funding projects, you're going to allocate capital, you're going to allocate energy towards things. And so at this level, you're just now saying, here's the thing, you're already running in this company, you should change direction and then use this thing. Go. And then the agents will then figure this stuff out. And so that's the goal here with Grok 4.6 high. And I think the promise is really promising, because if they're saying it's able to basically stay on track for a long time, it's able to move very quickly at $2 per million tokens input, and I think it was like $6 per million output or something like that. It's so much cheaper than using Fable. And if this can run for a long period of time, especially if you use something like potato mode, I think, to me, this is an easy Opus replacement. It's an easy Fable replacement. It's just like I can almost start off by default with this type of thing. Another thing that Lauren provides that isn't really talked about, but is inside of this whole potato mode, is this, adversarial review, but able to use other models. So when you set up potato mode, setup or run /potato, there is a potato mode setup that will let you select the models and update them and so forth. So I should probably also update that as well. But what it does is that it will potato agents. Let's see, view source. Yeah, let me go back to source code. Let me put the source code in the actual chat so that y'all can get this. So you should be able to see this right here. And so this is github.com/cursor/plugins. And then you'll see the one that called pstack. So this is called pstack. So pstack is the one you're looking for. And so, yeah, worked with millions of lines of meta, Netflix cursor, and also part of the React core team and maintain the React compiler. That's all I got to say. Cooking. But this is how you use it. Like I was saying, I'm going to bed. I've literally have done this, and 4 hours later, it lands at night. So it's just like the best thing ever. There are 22 playbooks that this references. This is kind of what I was saying. Whenever you do a prompt like this, it's going to reference one of these 22 playbooks. And these playbooks are the ones that basically will cover the software development lifecycle, right? From prototyping to hill climbing to perf, whatever you're working on, bug fixing, it will just figure what it is and just at that runtime, kind of do its own thing there. So there's these examples, and then what's the other thing? Like setup. Okay, yeah, setup pstack. So you just type in type automate me, and then models configured to use. So you can type setup pstack, and it detects the models you have access to, and then it can always apply like a mapping rule to the different models you're setting up. So that's kind of the power of that, and I think I kind of wanted to give you a heads up on that. So that's pstack in a nutshell. Let me put that in here too. Okay. Yeah, this is it right here. Cool. All right, so let's check up on our design and see what's going on right now. So let's see. So here's our design so far, and then it's now trying to capture it. So let's go ahead and see if I could take a look at the desktop and see what it's running. This is the desktop that's actually running on the cloud. Let me see if there's a browser too. Can I just refresh it? Port 3000. Yeah, let's take a look at the website. Because this is all running on the cloud. Yo, this is kind of cool. Wow. Oh, this is fire. Yo, this is crazy. Okay, this is... Dang. Okay, that's a massive redesign. See tonight's board? Hey, this is crazy. Wow. AIOS Lightning. This is fire. Whoa, this is cool. How's the tokens per second for fast mode? I think it's as fast as hell. Oh my gosh. Yo, this is cool. Holy smokes. Yeah, so there's that VIP, 8 slots, live only. I love this theater thing. Yo, 8 demos, 3. Dang. I love this so much. Dry run gate. So it just tells them what the rules are, and here's tonight's board. Full running order. So this is like when I get the board that's live, it will do this here. So all of this is powered by Convex. How is tonight works? Apply below, host pick 8 demos. Damn, this is so good. This is crazy. Yeah, a unique design. Right? Would you recommend going $200 Claude sub to Cursor for now? Easy. That's easy. Yeah, I think it's easy, yes, because for a couple reasons. You get, usually the frontier models you get access to, right? The second part is the Grokbot, which is kind of the combination of this. And then the third part is just like, not only can it control its own computer, but like all the money that I would normally spend in Opus and all the money that I would normally use Claude Code for, like especially for design, for skills and instructions, I'm just going to import all of my skills and everything I have in Claude and just put them inside of Cursor. And then use like all those to do these types of things. Because if 4.6, so there's a couple of things right here. The reason why I liked Fable so much is because Fable is able to take very complicated, complex things and spend a lot of time going through that detail. And so I'm just scratching the surface with this quick design task, which just kind of gave it an overall design direction. And so that design MD file, Grok 4.6 was able to grab that and is now iterating and making those components and those things in my actual existing thing. So I'm basically trying to de-slopify my stuff and kind of give it better design. So that's a good first look. So I'm going to keep going with this and kind of see where this ends up. I'm going to have some more live streams probably later today and probably tomorrow, kind of just building live, because I want to fix more bugs. I want to keep using this and keep pushing the boundaries for everything. But to me, like, it's already like kind of interesting as far as how I can start to push against my existing subscriptions. This is really cool. This is wild, because this is the site right now. It's live. I mean, I'll show you. If you go to AIOS, this is the current Lightning, right? This is what you would expect. Like, this era of design is like, ChatGPT 4, right? Like, This is like 1.0. Like this is if your kids show you this, you're like, okay, that's cute. You've been vibe coding. But then if you actually seriously give it a design direction from a designer like this, right? And just say, here's a design MD, here's like how I want you to follow the design principles, and then take my vibe coded design like this, which has a board and everything like this. I mean, this is cool. I mean, this is very usable. Like, people were able to use it. It's not that they were confused. And you were say like, no, I really want you to go ham and just like flip that and just adopt that type of thing into my repo. Psh, come on, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Even works on mobile. Come on, let's go. This is hot. This is hot. Come on, bro. This is crazy. And you're seeing, so right now it's what it's doing is it's doing a bunch of testing on my behalf in the environment. So this is taking screenshots and doing things. Let me see if I can take a look at the desktop. Yeah, there's no cloud environment that it's running. So it's currently just, it's hosting this so that I can see it myself. This is crazy. I haven't even cloned this project to my computer. This was all done on the Grokbot, and I'm inside of Cursor, and then I'm just using the cloud project to just run this whole thing. This is crazy. Look at this. Come on. The full running order. Oh, this is hot. This is hot. That's crazy. Yeah, because I don't even have the full environment set up. This was just done on a Grokbot. If I give it my keys, and it'll have the full thing. But this is amazing. It did an amazing job following instructions. I really like that. Yeah, let me catch up with the comments a little bit. I'm just a little bit behind. That's right, solar eclipse, right? One more hour and the model could have the coolest name ever. Yeah. Oh man. Hey man, J35, good to see you. Good to see you. I've been pretty good. I've been really happy, and I have to head out like in 3 minutes. So that'd be what's up. So do I think the Super Grok 300 month is worth it? Only if you're doing tons of research and you're using those Super Grok heavy, like 8 agents at once. Otherwise, the $200 Ultra is probably the best bang for your buck right now on the Cursor sub. So I think that's probably what it is, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Hey Justin, how's it going? Good to see you. I didn't consider Super Grok heavy, but not sure yet. Yeah. I would definitely go with the Cursor sub right now for the 200. It's probably like the best bang for the buck. Oh, I think I have like a referral code that you can get like your first month 50% off. Let me see if I can put that in the chat. rpr.me/cursor. So if you're a new account, if you just hit this URL, it'll get you 50% off your first month and stuff like that. Yeah. It's funny because I think that could be very helpful for y'all if you're just wanting to test this out. And I know a lot of people are considering it, and we'll see what's up. Yo, Spyrex with the super chat. Let's go, man. Just wanted to say hello. Spyrex, thank you so much for saying hello. I just appreciate that. The super chats. I have a lot of respect for people who are coming in the chat and just kind of respecting the hustle here. And so a big shout outs to Spyrex. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and check him out. Awesome supporter of the show, always popping through and just saying hi and so forth. So appreciate that. Akunga Labs, yo. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on this design right now. I got a year's worth of Cursor on the 60 plan, so I feel like I'm wasting money if I get the 200 now. It just depends. I think you can just go harder. I think you're like, the other thing is when you're using these bots and these agents, you're going to be using more tokens. So once that, like, there seems to be a threshold on all these different plans, even with the like Codex, even with like Anthropic's plans and so forth. Once you hit the highest tier, they tend to give you way more allocation of everything. And I don't know if you realize this, but I signed up for the $200 Ultra plan back in, I think, November. No, it was December. It was 12 days before Christmas. And I said, can I ship an entire soccer game? This is before the AIs got really good at just one-shotting nearly everything. And you saw me for 12 days straight. I went on stream 3 to 5 hours a day for 12 days to ship a multiplayer soccer game, including making all of the assets, including like the landing page, including the playability, fixing all these bugs. And I was able to do it in under $200. And what was really cool is that Cursor also gives you additional usage credits. So if you're using an Opus model, if you're using the more expensive models, they'll give you some additional credits beyond the $200 that you use. So the higher the plan, the more those types of credits they give you. So people who've been using the $200 plan usually get another $200 plus worth of credits, sometimes even more. They say, hey, If you use the auto model, I mean, right now it's kind of an interesting time because I was using Opus 4.8 a lot, but now if you think about it, Grok 4.5, I was already using Grok 4.5 quite a bit. I'll show you my usage credits, or not my usage credits, like here, cursor.com. Cursor has a website that tracks, it's like an app. So I've used 13.1 billion tokens. I almost use like 1 billion tokens a day. I gotta head on out. Okay. So yeah, I'm going ham, like so ham. And the top models right now aren't listed, but it was Grok 4.5, GPT 5.6 Soul, and then it was also Composer. So those were my 3 top models. Now my top model is literally probably just going to be Grok 4.6. I like to use GPT 5.6 Soul to do a lot of verification tasks. And that's what Potato Mode also does too, is adversarial review. So it's just good to pop it over to another model. 5.6 Soul to me is so pedantic, and pedantic meaning that it's just going to only like follow the instructions that it's given. And so sometimes it doesn't get really creative out of its purview. And I think that's where Grok 4.6, usually Opus was trying to do that. And lately I've not been having Opus be really good at design, to be honest, because that site that we have for the landing page was made with Opus. So you saw the design, it just looked like a generic React site. So here with Grok 4.6 and you give it a design MD doc, it's pretty fire as far as how it's going to be able to take that for us. So I think that's kind of where we're looking at as far as like how all this stuff kind of plays out. You can see since I've entered Potato Mode, my Cloud Agent usage has like just gone up like crazy, which is good. I mean, I'm just throwing literally everything at it. I'm using more tokens. I'm doing everything more this way. So I think this is kind of why it's actually ended up looking like this. So as of now, it's taking some more screenshots. It's doing some more testing right now in the cloud environment. And so what it does in the cloud environment, as far as like the way that the skill works, is it takes screenshots, it runs a headless Chrome, and then it's now seeing the bugs and fixing them. So now it's actually going through the iterations and fixing them. And so that's nice because now I don't actually have to do that myself. It is doing it by itself. So it's going through and fixing that. So that's a really cool thing. So go harder. Joe, what's going on, man? Referral expired a few weeks ago. Oh, okay. Is it still not working? It says offer expired. Let me see if I can get one set up shortly. So dang it. I'll have to figure that one out so that way people can get their things. Yeah. Does it do an adversarial review with an odd model automatically? In Potato Mode, once you go through the setup, yes, you can set that up here. Let's see if I can find it. Setup. Okay, so it says Potato. Let's see. Okay, so all you do is /Potato Mode, and then skills, all skills, not shipped here. Make it yours. Setup /setup pstack. You can do this, and this is if you want to set up the different models. And this is, you can even tell /Potato Mode I want to set up adversarial models, or set up all the different models. If you just talk to it that way, it will then set that up for you. And it creates a little markdown file that keeps track of the models that you're using for the different reviews and so forth. So yeah, I think that's going to be the thing there. So yeah, let me just go and fix some things real quick and also answer some more questions. Is $400 in external model credits for the Cursor plan? Yes. Yeah. So it's like the Cursor credits for whatever you're using for the model. It's usually like another $200 on top of whatever you're using. So that's what's up. I mean, it got the $60 plan for your. Oh, you're talking about this. Okay. I think that's all. Let's see. I think I got all the super chats and so forth. So yeah. Okay, cool. But I have to head on out right now. And I want to sip on my tea right here. Yo, Jay Lee, man, coming in with the last minute super chat. As I'm heading out, bro, of course I got to get you on this, bro. I got to get you for sure. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. What up, Ray? I wanted to drop some love and appreciate for the streams. Always cooking respect. Dude, thank you so much. Let's go. I love that you come in last minute with the super chat, like right when I'm about to log out and everything. And I'm like, hey, yo, I got you. So I definitely hitting the thumbs up for that. I have to go to a meeting, but I need that Cursor mug. Hey, yo, this Cursor mug is crazy, right? So we got that. If you haven't seen yet, I also got the X card too. So I'm X pilled right now. So yeah, X pilled like to the crazy nines. So as you can kind of see, it has like my name and everything on that. So that's pretty cool. So this is really fun. Right now I'm totally X pilled, but there's a good reason. I mean, these guys ship good software and they have a lot of cool stuff. So I'll have more. I'm probably going to come back later today because I want to do some more work and I love being live. Man, everyone's making it rain right now. I can't leave. I gotta leave. I gotta get my haircut though. Okay. Y'all pay me to stay on the stream. What's going on from it's called it's called Ilya Dubrev QQWQQQ. Okay, I see you, man. €10. Let's go. €10 in the chat. Thank you so much for popping in and saying what's good. So I definitely appreciate that. So yeah, y'all are popping right now and just making it rain. I really do appreciate that as I'm kind of like closing out the stream. And so let's just check in on the design real quick since y'all are kind of hanging out with me right now, and we just basically just did a redesign using Grok, and it's as far as like it following its skills. That's pretty cool. If it like totally messed up, I'm gonna be like, bro, what are you guys smoking, man? But like this is just the first pass, and I'm gonna come back later on because I'm gonna get some more time. I gotta get my hair did, if you know what I mean. Get the whole thing, and yeah, get my wig on, right? So yeah, I gotta get my hair cut. It's kind of long. As you can kind of see, it's not really that long, but it's kind of like we're doing that thing because I just got back from Hawaii. I think it's been about a month or so since I've been doing that. So the best part of this, just like my friends are saying, is that I'm going to let my AI cook. And while it's cooking and testing everything, I don't have to be in front of my computer. I'm probably going to get a notifications from my Grokbot to let me know what's going on. So that's what's up. Yeah. I'll probably see you guys. I'm going to get my haircut, get some food. And then I'm just going to probably hang on out and then see what's happening because I want to cook with you guys live. I got some more stuff in the pipeline, and then we're gonna throw some more design challenges at it because I want to see how good it is at design. Keep some of these things going. And what I want to do for you guys, actually, this is what I'm gonna do right now. Before I head on out, I know I'm gonna be late, but this is gonna be worth it, y'all. So, okay, I'm gonna go to my let's see, Luma event design. I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna call it like Chef. CodeChef. I'm gonna create this guy. So I'm gonna create a new Grokbot right now, and I'm literally gonna do some fire thing right now because y'all been dropping the super chats, and I feel like I owe you one right now. I owe you a real one, and I'll just CodeChef here. Okay, so let me see if I can do this real quick before I head on out. Ship code PRs review. Ship code PRs. Okay, cool. So nice shipping it is. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna drop some sauce on it. I want you to help me create a really fire template because a lot of people are wanting to make their own SaaS apps. So I need a fire landing page. I need like a really awesome way to authenticate. So we can use Clerk for that. And then the database we're gonna use is Convex. And then Convex has a thing called components. So I want you to use the Stripe component. A lot of people have problems just hooking that whole system up together. So I want you to be extremely comprehensive and ship that and use a cloud agent for this task. And I use a thing called Potato mode, POTETO -mode. And so make sure you invoke that skill to help you figure this whole thing out. And as far as design, I'm gonna give you a design MD so that you can go ahead and follow. So that way you can design everything and make it feel just really incredible. And this is a template that people are going to use on GitHub. So they're going to want them to clone it and then be able to make their own landing pages. But the landing page is also going to like actually have them sign into the app and so forth. I also want to use Tailwind CSS v4, Next.js, and then Shadcn for the UI. Shazam. Okay, cool. So this is like a lot of instructions and I just did the whole thing there. And then what I'm going to do is probably, should I give it the cinema thing? Probably not. I'm going to give it a different design doc from aura.build. And then I'm going to hand that off to it. And then while I get my haircut and everything, and then when I come back later today and do a stream or tomorrow, y'all are going to see what's up. It's going to be, hopefully it cooks. You know what I mean? So I want a fire landing page. Which one do we want? This one here? This one looks kind of crazy. Let's see this one. Let AI choose a haircut. No. Y'all crazy right now. Oh, so the sun eclipse is fully in progress. Oh, okay. Oh man, I gotta check that out. Hey, not gonna lie, this is kind of fire. This is crazy fire. I like the simplicity in design. It's simple. We'll do this. Yeah. Use for free. And it's a free template, so we'll do that. Remix fool. So I'm going to give it the design MD doc from this one, and then it's going to make our fire like black and white landing page, because we just want people to sign up, get stuff going, and then that way y'all can use it too. So that's what's up. So I'm going to download the design MD doc here, and then I'm going to give it to it so it could just really go like flames. This is going to be ridiculous. Y'all are getting a treat for this. Thank you so much for the super chats. I feel like I owe you guys one, so I'm going to definitely do one for you. I'm going to come back, let those Grok 4.6 tokens burn, because if you don't know this, but that Grok 4.6 is also inside the Grokbot now. So that's going to be powering this. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen for this whole multi-chat process. This is a really cool challenge, right? It's like, what a way to end the stream with this. So I'm going to give this design doc. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to copy this just in case something happens. Send it across. Okay, so we just made a new bot called CodeChef. And then we gave it to tell it, you know, what it's going to be doing here. And it says, got it. SaaS starter template, fire landing page, clerk auth, convex stripe, Next.js, Tailwind, ShadCM, pulling potato mode, and your design talk. Then I'll kick off a cloud agent. Cool. Going to get a haircut right now, and I'll check back with you in about a few hours. Let you cook. Let you cook, fam. Okay, cool. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. We have like basically done the damn thing. We're sending this off to the agent. We're gonna make a fire landing page so that way you can get your own SaaS starter template created here with a convex backend, like the best backend ever. We got the auth from Clerk. I love Clerk. It's so easy to use, super fast to get up and running. I make so much stuff with these guys. It's just so amazing. I am like not sponsored or paid by these people. This is just my favorite stack, and this is kind of what I'm using. If y'all been watching my streams for the last like 3 years, y'all know what I get down with. So like that's what's up. Only the good stuff here, obviously. So let me go ahead and figure out that cursor link too. And then I'm going to ask my Grokbot to figure it out right now, saying that you know, this is a problem. So I'm going to ask my Grok. My folks on the stream are having issues with my referral link. Can you take a look and generate another one? Okay, cool. So I just sent it to my bot. It's going to come back. I'm going to have some comments in the description if you want to get that 50% off for the month for Cursor. I'll get you a link. And then, yeah, it sucks that says that the offer is expired. So I'll get that going. It will be the same link. So rfer.me/cursor. And then I have a whole like link system. So it's going to just replace the existing one. So just give me about 5 minutes and I got to get going to my haircut because I'm already late. So, but when I get back on the stream later tonight or tomorrow, we're gonna see what the results are of the SaaS template. We gave it a design direction. We gave it the design MD docs. That's it. Potato mode. We out of here. All right, fam. I'll see y'all in a bit. Peace out, y'all.